Well, hi, y'all. Hey, you came back again. That's awesome. Welcome back to the Alaska Wild Serenity Channel. Glad you came back. I'm excited today. Today, I'm finally putting everything together on the video that I keep telling you about the power system that I have here for my off-grid cabin. Been working on it here and there, and of course, life happens. So we're getting around to it. This is actually going to be one of two videos. It's going to be part one. Part one is going to be explaining what the system I have here, from the solar panels to the standby generator to the backbone in the mechanical room. It all ties in together and how it supplies power to me. Part two is going to be, I'm going to take y'all on a visit, take y'all into town, and to the folks that help educate me and help me get me the parts that I needed to be able to build my own system. And we're going to sit and chat with them for a while, and I want to introduce you to them and let you know what a great resource these people are. Anyway, that's going to be on part two of this little short video series on my power system. Like I said, it's been long overdue, but we're going to get to it now. You got my ducks in a row and ready to get started. And first of all, like I said, I'm going to stop off at the solar panels. I'm going to talk about those, and then my standby generator, and then we're going to move inside where it's a lot warmer and get a pot of coffee going, and we'll finish it up on the inside. All right, see you soon. Also, just a good reminder to if you like the content, what I'm bringing to y'all and everything, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification button, and that's the best support y'all can help me with. Don't cost you nothing. If you do that, greatly appreciated. All right, let's get back to it. My temporary solar array. I've got four. See one around the corner there. 180 watt panels. So push about 700 something watts total. Not even the full capacity of one of my inverters. But this has been a temporary solution. They used to sit on the deck when I first got here. Then I had to get them off the deck because of the snow, everything coming off the roof, hitting them. That was no good. They want to damage them. And so I kind of hung them up here temporarily. I can change the tilt on them, like during the summer. I can put more of an angle on it versus right now it's more of a 90-degree in the winter time. Seem to get the more absorption off the sun there. I said this is a temporary solution. I do want to do a solar array out here in the property, out in this area here, and I've cleared out a lot of trees last summer, kind of getting ready for it, because as you can see, the sun right now, and it's about 11 o'clock in the morning still, and it's going to follow all the way this way to west. So I'm going to be able to put out my array here, and so it can grab and be able to, from east, south, and west, and then be able to do my tilt as well. That's a long-term plan. Right now, this is what we have, what we deal with. Anyway, so putting them here is actually, like I said, not too bad, because the snow and everything just kind of goes right past them. And so I never had to come out here and clean them off. You might get a little frost on them, that was about it. But I definitely didn't want to put them on the roof of the house because it's going to be a pain in the butt trying to clean them things off. And I don't want to do that, especially when I get older. I don't want to be climbing up a bunch of ladders and stuff like that. Make it easy. Work smarter, not harder, right? Anyway, so here's the array. And then I'm going to take you inside and show you where it all comes together. So before we head inside, let's take a stop right here where I got my closed frame generator that came with the house. Here's my closed frame generator that came with the house. It was definitely a bonus. Cummins Onan P4500i closed frame generator. And it doesn't come with remote start. It does make it nice, I'll have to admit. Instead of come out here and crank it on this thing, I can hit that remote at night or in the morning or whenever I need it. Makes it nice, as long as that battery's warm. And I got to work around for that. I did put a little muffler extension on it just to get it away from the house. Yeah, temporary running out on some conduit there. It is, like I said, 3,700 running watts, 4,500 peak watts on initial startup on something heavy or whatever. But essentially gives me about 30 amps of power out of this generator, which I can see now I've got some 10 gauge 10-2 cord wire plugged into a 30 amp 120 volt outlet there. It does have a duplex outlet. It's got charging ports. It's just really nice. And like I said, that remote feature never really makes it nice on them cold days. It holds about, I don't know, about 3 gallons of gasoline or more. Not quite sure. I know it doesn't take a whole 5-gallon can. So it takes about maybe about 3/4 of it. And shoot, that'll last me all week. Depending on how much I need to do it. Here lately, as we know, in the winter months, you don't get all that sunlight, so gotta use it. But for the most part, it runs really well. It doesn't miss a lick. I do the regular maintenance on it, change the oil on it, clean out the exhaust system on it, clean the plug, air filters, all that good stuff. Keep it going all the time. Just like the solar array project, in the future, in the big scheme of things, I'm gonna build a little doghouse, put that generator in, and have the exhaust piped out, insulated and all that good stuff, get it away from the house a little bit more to make it a little more quieter. But all in the future. Stay tuned. Power consumption, it's not all that much. Do I have to have all this? No. I mean, if push comes to shove, I don't need all this. I got candles, I've got oil lamps, I got battery operated stuff that can recharge my truck. If all this failed, I still have plan B. So, but for the most part, I just got the kitchen lights here, and then the light here where the bathroom is. There's little wall sconce. I've got a couple lights that are outside, and I got this little guy, which I think is kind of just I found it's actually a no, not doing this any justice. But it's a little fan. It works out really good. Turn on, turn off. Dimmer. Anyway, it's all that heat up there, and it blows it down. I thought that was pretty cool. Part of the kitchen lights, and the new exhaust fan with the light I put in up there. And I got a light up there in the loft, and TV, electronics. That's it. One outside plug. That got running over to the shed right now. Power some things up. Got a little chest freezer out there. Going to try it for this year until I can get a hard line run out there, out of that panel all the way to the shed, and put another little sub out there. But we'll get there. Okay, now we're in the area where I've got everything. This is the backbone of everything of my electrical system. I'm going to try to go through. I won't spend a whole lot of time on it, but try to go through each component and kind of explain what they are and go along, as we come across each piece here. I got, I'm sure you've seen the snapshots of this area here in some of my other videos. Like I said, the reason I put everything in here, number one, I didn't have any other place to put it. Number two, this way I can kind of monitor it, see what everything's doing as far as my consumption, what's going out, how everything's talking to each other. Also to keep it warm. Cold weather and batteries, they just don't get along very well. So by having them in here, it keeps them warm. I guess one of the cons is, I don't know if you can hear it, you can hear the inverters when they're running, when they got, pick up load, the inverters kick on as far as the cooling fans on them, to keep them cool. Sometimes, with the wood stove, I get a little hot here too. They kick on. That's about the only drawback, I guess you can see. That, and it takes up, kind of a footprint. But it's good for now. I like it. It may change down the road as I add on to the cabin or build a workshop, whatever, move things around. But right now, this is where it's at. Okay, kind of starts here. As you saw, the solar panels outside the array, which come in through the wall and ran around the house, come in through here. I've got two separate lines, one for each, one for 2 panels and the other for 2 panels. Did that on purpose because, as you know, it's only going to draw what the weakest one is putting out. So if I got one that's weak on one string, it's only going to put out so much, and on the other string, it could be putting out more. So try to maximize on it. It comes into its own protection here, and also where I can turn it off if I need to work on it, which comes into this inverter here. This is a inverter here by Midnight Solar that I decided to go with. Is DIY series. Basically it's an all-in-one plug and play type unit, which has got the charge controllers, it's got the battery chargers, inverters, balancers, BMS system in it, all in one. I like it, and takes up a lot less wall room too. But yeah, if you notice, I have 2 of them, and which come and feed into this already inside panel that was already in this cabin and pre-wired. So I have an inverter for each phase, L1 and L2, this panel. Kind of giving it like 220, but not really 220 because you cannot use a 220 breaker, double pole breaker. When you have this set up, it will not work. So I have essentially for one phase L1, each breaker on that, I have an inverter running for that one. And for the L2 phase, all those breakers, I got this inverter here that supplies power to it. It really balances it out. It takes a lot less load off of one inverter, making it run a lot cooler, more efficient. But by doing so, these inverters, they draw power themselves off the batteries. So in order to do that, I've added another battery to compensate for that. Also, and give it a lot more, what would you say, load bank. So before I had the AGM batteries, I just switched to the 24 volt lithium ion batteries. They put in 4 of them. Like I said, I had 3 of them, and once I added the other inverter, I added the 4th one to the mix over here to compensate for its draw and to give me a longer run time too. You can see I got them kind of wired into these little bus bars that come up and then go to each inverter. And out of there, from the inverters, I got it going, like I said, into the panel. One for L1 and one for L2. So like I said, the solar comes in, keeps the batteries charger, goes through the inverter, and doing good. So we have those winter days that we have no sun, as we know. So what I've done, as the generator you've seen outside, I've got it coming up to, and I put in this little 2-circuit panel here to kind of protect it for any surges or servicing capabilities or whatever. So I've got one going to one inverter and one going to the other inverter, which come off the same 30 amp 120 volt line that comes out of the generator and feeds this. So but by doing so, one thing I've noticed in talking with some other solar guys, I've made these into a tandem breaker, because when I'm running, if I'm using the internet or watching TV or anything like that, and if I go to turn the generator off, it'll glitch real quick and it'll reset my modem. But so if I go and drop power here while the generator is running, essentially taking the load off the inverters, the modem will stay online. It's kind of weird how that worked out, but that's what I do. So to keep that doing. But if I'm not using, the internet or anything, then I don't worry about it. And like I said, this it does come with a remote. I can turn the generator on. If the batteries get low, and I have not enough solar to keep it up, then I can kick on the generator, just like that. These inverters will switch over. There it goes. Shows in charge mode now. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, kind of blurry. But yep. So they're both going. The power's getting bypassed to the electrical system and also charging the batteries. So it's kind of like a 2 birds, 1 stone thing. One thing I did fail to mention that I talked about protection. I have a means of disconnect from the solar, the generator, for each circuit that's run through the house, and also each inverter has its own disconnect too. But right here and right here, I have disconnects that feed down to the batteries, so I can shut them batteries down and be able to work on other aspects of this without any backfeeding or anything potential getting shocked or anything hazardous. Safety first. Kind of like plumbing, you can't have enough valves, right? Turn things on and off. That's what I always say. So anyway, for everybody, your requirements are different. Depending on size, locations, what you need, don't need. For me, when I first started with the solar system, I had those portable power banks, that you can span and had the big batteries and all that good stuff. And a name that I won't mention did not work for me. Had nothing but trouble with day one for them things. They would not keep a charge. Just running electronics, a TV and a laptop. I mean, that thing shouldn't drain down as fast as it would. Anyway, over 3 months, going back and forth and trying this and trying that, they probably gave me my money back, which was good. So I took that money and dumped it into the system here. I really like it. That's the thing with electronics; it's always changing. Something new's coming out. Different means and methods to doing things. Like I said, one of the big upgrades that I just did was the inverter, the extra inverter, and changing these batteries to lithium. Had the AGMs before, had 6 of them, equal to 24 volt. And at that time, I needed to increase my power, my capability of storage, energy storage. So I wanted to get actually 6 more. So I went to the solar store, and they said, well, they don't make those batteries anymore. I'm like, well, that's just lovely. And so I'm like, well, now what? And so after a lot of talking, back and forth, they talked me into these lithium-ion batteries. And like I said, each one of them is really nice because they got their own BMS system built into them too. If you want to get a little more sophisticated and monitoring and all that good stuff. But yeah, that was a big game changer to me. My first intentions by increasing my AGM batteries, I wanted to double my carrying capacity. With this one, I tripled it with my lithium. I can go on an average, if I watch it, don't be too crazy, running disco balls and all that other good stuff. I get about 3-4 days charge out of these batteries. No solar, no generator, just running my stuff. Like I said, it varies a little bit, and because I don't like being woke up in the middle of the night, alarm going on a excuse me, hit the wrong button. So getting woke up in the middle of the night, that's a low voltage alarm. I've got it set right at 24 volts. So once it powers down to 24 volts, I can go down a little bit more because with lithium, I mean, you can run almost 90% of its battery before it just cuts out completely. Or at least that's what I run mine to. Lose you don't, but I sit at 24, so it just gives me a good buffer. But like I said, I don't like to get woke up in the middle of the night and come on and turn these batteries off in the inverter and charge it up in the morning. No, we ain't doing that. So anyway, so with these lithium batteries, it goes all when it does. So I just keep an eye on it. Like another reason why I have it in here, I can watch it, see what the levels are at. Hell, I need to turn on the generator or look at the weather and say, hey, we're gonna have a nice sunny day tomorrow. So hey, free energy. So the people that really helped me with all this was a solar store that I found in Wasilla called 907 Solar. And I actually went there when I had the portable power banks because I needed a part. I needed a plug for the solar panels to be able to plug into that particular unit, and I wanted to add solar panels. So I've been dealing with them for over a year now, and I tell you what, I'm going to give y'all the hookup. These people are phenomenal. They'll sit down with you, they will talk to you and figure out what your needs, your location. They're going to help you design a system that's going to work for you. I am not endorsed by them. There's not no paid advertising from 907 Solar. This is just my appreciation back to them for how much they've helped me over the years. It's just or a year. So it's been, these are wonderful people. Like I said, they really know what they're doing. And these guys over there, you start talking, I mean, they're like walking calculators. They're already calculating everything in your head. Oh, you need this and this and this and that. They're going to stay within your means, what you can afford. They offer installation, or you can do it yourself like I did. Fortunate enough, I have electrical background, but DC is a little different world than AC that I was always accustomed to. Yeah, these those guys are I mean, I take my hat off to them. Literally. They're really good, and not just on solar stuff. Just other things. When I first came to Alaska, they helped me. Gave me useful information that helped me. On day-to-day stuff or different ways of doing things, how things are done here in Alaska versus down in the lower 48. They just been a wealth of knowledge. I'll text them or call it. Hey, what about this? Or I say, hey, I've got this situation. Like, well, they were like, well, come over here. There's a shop. You can borrow that tool as long as you bring it back. And I mean, it's just like, people like that. I mean, of course I want to work with, those type of people. They're great. Like I said, I take my hat off to them, and I'm going to hook y'all up with them because we're going to go on a road trip. I'm going to take you over to the store, actually talk with the guys, meet everybody over there, and see their place, and ask them some questions for y'all that y'all might have. So that concludes our video for today that y'all have been asking about on my power system that I have here at the cabin. Like I said, it works for me for now. I may change down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll just ask you to hit the like button if you like this, subscribe, hit the bell. Really helps me out, like I mentioned earlier, and helps me keep these videos going for y'all because I enjoy doing them and I like giving them to y'all. Put a smile on your face. Watch this goofy guy, or maybe learn something. Who knows? But anyway, thanks for tuning in to Alaska Wild Serenity, and it was always a pleasure spending time with y'all and talking to you. And like I said, stay tuned for part 2. We're going to go to the 907 store and have a visit with them folks over there. It's going to be a good time, and so we're going to see you on the next one. All right, and y'all take care. Be blessed. Be happy.